Everyone from the Eyewitness News Weather Center, meteorologist Jeff Smith with this AccuWeather alert. In and around New York City, the snow is starting to mix with and change over to freezing rain and sleet. It doesn't make it any less dangerous. Let me tell you, that temperature has actually gone down a degree during the past hour. The cold air is pretty locked in. We have winter storm warnings in effect north and west of I-287 till 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's a winter weather advisory. City, Long Island, Jersey Shore, right through midnight tonight. You see the radar showing snow, but it is definitely mixing with some sleet and freezing rain in and around New York City and actually changing to rain down over parts of the Jersey Shore where you're above freezing, but you're well below freezing from the city and points north. So very slick travel will continue through the rest of the morning through midday. Again, it's mixing with sleet and freezing rain, changing to rain late in New York City and the coast. Well north and west of I-287, we're looking at 3 to 6 inches before an eventual change over to freezing rain this evening. It's going to be a nasty commute in those areas. We have extended digital coverage coming up on ABC7NY. Hey, good morning, everyone. From the Eyewitness News Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jeff Smith with this AccuWeather alert. Temperatures in the city have actually fallen more during the past hour, even though we've mixed with and changed over to sleet and freezing rain. So the roads are very hazardous out there. This is a live look outside of our studios on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. That's the sidewalk of Columbus Avenue right there. See, the sidewalk has been covered with ice. Our crews are working out there to remove it. Also, Columbus Avenue itself looking rather treacherous, so you really got to take it slow during the next few hours as temperatures will probably stay at or below freezing through about the middle part of the afternoon. Right now sitting at the 27-degree mark. Next 7 hours looking like this. Any snow in and around New York City quickly changing over to freezing rain and sleet during the next couple of hours. You're 30 by 1 p.m. and just creeping up to freezing by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So right through 3 p.m. there could be some very treacherous travel. Because even though it might look like it's raining, that rain is actually freezing upon contact with untreated surfaces and creating a sheet of ice out there. And then it will probably just go over to plain old rainfall from New York City and points south and east by the time the evening commute rolls around. which is good timing for that in the city. But guess what? North and west, it's going to be a whole different story, and there will be some hazardous travel continuing in those areas well into the evening. Where we have winter storm warnings in effect north and west of I-287 through about 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's a winter weather advisory in effect through midnight. New York City, Long Island, southwestern parts of Connecticut, northeastern parts of New Jersey, even down through parts of the Jersey Shore, which have basically changed over to rain, especially down over Ocean County. You are still getting some sleet and freezing rain interior parts of Monmouth County. So here's our radar. We had a pretty good thumping of snow a little while ago in New York City. Officially, it was reporting heavy snowfall in Central Park with the visibility down to about a quarter mile. And I'm looking out my window right now, and I can see still a little bit of snow mixed in with that sleet. So as it comes down a little bit more heavily, so we had kind of a lighter area, it tapered off for a bit. Now we have a heavier band of precipitation moving on through. Comes down a little bit more heavily. You get some colder air involved from up above, and you can get that sleet and freezing rain mixture briefly changing back to snow. But the overall trend is for the snow rain line with kind of an intermediate zone of sleet and freezing rain to creep off to the north up the Jersey Shore toward New York City during the next few hours. So after noontime, I would be very surprised if we get any accumulating snow in and around New York City. You're probably still accumulating north and west of the city, though. Temperatures north and west are down to 18 at Newburgh, 19 at Poughkeepsie, 14 at Monticello, so there's some super cold air locked in off to our north over parts of the Hudson Valley, and that's going to stay in those areas. That cold air is very stubborn. Cold air is very dense. It's very heavy. It's very hard to move. So these systems just don't waltz in and remove that cold air. What happens is warmer air kind of rides up and over it and causes your precipitation in the form of sleet and freezing rain. 33 though at Belmar, 34 at Toms River. You're probably just rain from here on in down right along the Jersey Shore. So here's our futurecast. You see by 2 o'clock in the afternoon that freezing rain and sleet mixture extending well up into the Hudson Valley, even into parts of, say, the I-84 corridor. At least the snow will be mixed with ice pellets in that area by that point. But temperatures from the city and points north remain at or below the freezing mark, again, through the middle part of the afternoon in the city and well into the evening as we head north and west. Let's fast forward to 5 o'clock. So the beginning of the evening commute, I think the saving grace is from the city and points south and east onto Long Island and the Jersey Shore, temperatures rise above freezing. So there will be some slush out there. It'll be a messy evening commute, but it won't be nearly as treacherous as it is in these areas north and west that have temperatures at or below freezing. Like White Plains is still 31 at 5 p.m., 27 at Newburgh, 22 at Monticello, 30 at Sussex. You get the point here. You don't have to go that far north and west of the city to get some freezing rain and sleet during the evening commute, and that's why it could be very treacherous in those areas. You really got to take it slow. 10 o'clock tonight, still below freezing in a place like Newburgh and Monticello. We're well above freezing in the city by then. A lot of the snowfall that we get during this afternoon, or that we've already had, will be washed away by that rainfall that we get tonight. And then as we head into the day tomorrow, that rain moving offshore. And tomorrow, the big story will be the wind on the backside of the system, perhaps gusting up to 45 miles per hour at times. So here are your headlines. It's an AccuWeather alert. Again, snow and ice will make the roads and sidewalks slick this morning, right through about midday. And then it will be mixing. It's already mixing with sleet and freezing rain in and around New York City and points south and east. And that will gradually move off to the north, that area of sleet and freezing rain during the afternoon. Changing to plain rain late in New York City and along the coast, but remaining as ice to the north and west. And before you get a changeover, though, we're looking at north and west of I-287 about 3 to 6 inches of snow. So we're talking northern parts of Bergen, northern Passaic, northern Morris, Warren County, Sussex County, Orange County, northern parts of Rockland and Westchester, Putnam County, Dutchess, Ulster, Sullivan, Pike County. So any of those northern western areas could be talking about 3 to 6 inches of snow before a changeover to sleet and freezing rain. We've already had about an inch or so in and around New York City. We had that heavy burst of snow earlier, and it's going to be tough to get any more accumulation because we've mixed in with a lot of sleet and freezing rain already. So it's an inch or two in and around New York City and just a coating off to the south and east where you're pretty much raining at this point. So the snow mixing with and changing to sleet and freezing rain if it hasn't already this afternoon, and then eventually changing over to plain old rainfall late. We're up to about 35. Rain in New York City and at the coast tapering off after midnight tonight, but sleet and freezing rain continuing farther north and west. We're down to about 34, so very treacherous travel can continue deep into the evening, north and west in New York City. Very windy tomorrow, times of clouds and sun, could be gusting up to 45 miles per hour at times. that high getting up to 42. So today is an AccuWeather alert day. It's very windy tomorrow, 42. By Valentine's Day, we turn milder, appropriately enough, up into the upper 40s. 53 on Friday, maybe some afternoon rain developing. Some of that could even last into Saturday morning before we clear things out. Have to watch a sneaky little system on Sunday. Might bring us a brief period of snow or flurries, about 39, and then we turn mainly sunny by Monday, that high getting up to 40. I'll have a complete update, brand new information coming in on Eyewitness News at noon on Channel 7. In the meantime, you can also download the ABC7 NY News app. And you can follow me on social media, Jeff Smith, ABC7 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll be answering questions. Have a safe afternoon, everyone, and I will see you on Eyewitness News at noon.